What was it like going through a game like that? I mean, you guys were leading the whole way, but they just kind of never went away, kept pushing you. Was it stressful at all?
A little bit, but every game's stressful. You know, you never know what you're going to get with each game. But they really pushed us. They threw different things at us, and we had to adjust every time. So it was a bit difficult to get our groove going. But I thought we grinded it out and did well.
Did you did you know at halftime that you were going for a triple double or anything?
No, I don't. I haven't even looked at the stat sheet, so I have no idea what I've got. I have no idea. I
You
haven't
had a
even.
you had I think 5, 5, and 4 assists at halftime, and you finished with 14 and 11 and 5 or 6 assists.
Okay, I didn't even look. No, I just go out and play hard and do my best to win as a team. I don't. Nothing else really matters to me. Just getting the dub is the most important thing.
Definitely. What does a stat line like that, speak to your role on the team though, where you're doing, a lot of everything, you're filling in a lot of different positions.
I just play my hardest, and we know that Dora and Steffi are good shooters, and then Diaba's good drivers. So we all kind of know our roles. So I'm a bit more of a hustle player. I'll get the rebounds for them. I'll try and get them open, and if I'll be aggressive when my opportunity to score is there, and I'll do that. So I think we all know our roles within the team, and we just work really hard to be the best we can at it.
What was it like to see Steffi shoot the ball just the way she did tonight? I mean, she's been coming back from an injury. She's been sort of building her way back up, and just to see her do that tonight.
I love playing with Steffi. Her basketball IQ is great, and then at practice, she doesn't miss. Like when we do shooting drills, it's just incredible to see her shoot the way she does. So then in a game, you just know that she's confident and it's going in, and she's smart. I love playing with her. Her passing, her effort. She loves to win as well. So I'm so happy she's back and loving it again. It's really good.
What's it like for you guys starting uh, conference play? I mean, you guys have only played 3 games before this, and you're into it. Was it a bit of an abrupt sort of transition?
A little bit. Like we wish we got a few more games under our belt to get our team chemistry going, but we're just happy to play any games we get. So no matter whether it's non-conference or conference, if we get to play, it's great because just in the times that we're in, it's so unknown whether you're going to play or not. So every game we just take it one game at a time, and super happy to get any game we get.
You good, Andrew?
I was just wondering if Dylan had anything. Okay,
No,
one
I'm
more.
good. I'll probably ask what you already did anyway, so I don't want to waste your time. So I'm good.
No, that's okay, man. One more then, Callie. We haven't talked since before the Nebraska game. I mean, what was that like playing Issy, and what did you say to her before or after the game?
Before the game, well, saying, oh, we know how we're going to scout you and what we're going to do, and saying who's going to win and place little bets here and there, but it was all jokingly. And once we got to the game, it was nice to see her. But once we started playing and the tip of the ball started, we just played. It's like just playing another opponent. But here and there, like I knew she was going to do this move on me, and I knew she was going to do it. And I tried to stop it, and she still scored. But she knew like I was going to do a jump shot, and she just, sometimes we just can't guard each other, so we know what we're going to do. We can't stop it sometimes, but it was super nice to see her and play against her and see how much she's developed because we used to play together all the time. So see how much better and developed she is. It's great.
What'd your parents end up doing for that?
um, they wore like they watched the game from home, and my dad I think wore a Nebraska top. My mom wore Idaho State, and then my dad wore Idaho State pants, and my mom wore Nebraska pants. So they had to play it even, but they loved it. They loved every single second of it, and everyone back home. The amount of support I got from people back home. They loved the chance to see Izzy and I play against each other. So they were super happy to see that.
Awesome. Thank you, Callie. Congrats
Thank
again.
you. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Yep.
Bye, Coach.
Good job. Good job. Don't forget your treatment. How's it going?
Good, Seton. How are you?
Not bad.
For sure. I mean, what was it like for you opening up conference play, in mid-December, but after you'd only played 3 other games?
You wish you definitely got some more games on your belt before you got to this point, but it is what it is, and you just got to be ready to go. And everybody's in the same boat as you. Every conference team, they're playing earlier than they probably want to, but you just got to hopefully just be as prepared as you can be and as ready as you can be to go. And the nice thing about games is usually everybody's pretty energetic and sick of practicing each other and ready to play against somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, with that in mind, what was sort of your broad takeaways? I mean, the things you thought you did well tonight.
Well, we shot the ball well, especially in the first half. I thought we were patient at times and got some good looks. I thought down the stretch, we got some really good looks. I thought Diaba did a really good job down the stretch of getting a couple key buckets. But everyone played well. I mean, Callie had a double-double, and Steffi, shot over 50% from the three, and Dora had 15. So it was a good team effort. Northern Colorado surprised us with a few things here and there. They did a lot of switching defenses. They did a lot of things they didn't do in their first 4 games defensively, showing different zones, triangle and 2, tandem and 3. They just showed a lot of different stuff, even more so in the second half. But I'm glad we still figured it out. I thought Davis did a great job for them. She's really difficult to deal with. You could see why she was picked to be first team all conference, 16 and 15. And she sat a lot of the first half with some foul trouble. But again, I'm just glad we survived it.
10 in the first quarter for Davis. It looked like you started sending, more hard double teams at her after that. Was that sort of a conscious change in strategy there after, 10 in the first quarter?
Yeah, she's not someone you can just guard one-on-one. You have to help. She's too good to just just try to cover with one person. And she did a nice job in the first half with some drives from the perimeter that hurt us. So we figured it out, and we did well enough, and we're hoping that we can play even better on Wednesday.
So with them having just 8 players, they showed quite a bit of fight in this game. How well do you think that you guys matched the effort that they brought?
I thought they did a better job in a lot of ways than us. Sometimes when you have some people out with injuries or they're out because of quarantining or whatever, those people who are left can really play loose. They have nothing to lose. They're all really young. All the players running around out there are really young for Northern Colorado. And so I thought they did a great job of just playing hard and making the game difficult for us and making us think a little bit more than we wanted to. And I think overall we played hard enough to win, but I also thought Northern Colorado did a great job.
Yeah, sorry. What was their situation? I mean, I noticed that they were shorthanded, and of course Chapman wasn't playing. Is that injuries for them?
We don't know 100%. It might be quarantining, but we don't know for sure. But it's 3 starters that are out for them.
So with all that you mentioned, they showed a lot of new stuff that you hadn't seen before. So what will be the adjustments like come Wednesday?
Well, it's going to start with a lot of watch film and seeing exactly what things happened. I think it'd be hard to make it more difficult the second game than this first one, but we'll see. And yeah, it's that chess match, but it also comes down to who plays the hardest and who can make shots and who deserves a win.
How much did or does Callie's stat line that she had tonight? I mean, 14, 11, and 5 assists. I mean, I thought she was heading for a triple-double at halftime. How does that just speak to the role on her role on the team, what you're asking her to do?
Yeah, it's really hard to get her off the floor because she does so many things, and she is so smart. She's an offensive threat, but she's also a great rebounder. She's that kid that you're going to put out there and she's going to dive on the floor and take a charge. She just is, and we've been lucky to have a lot of fours that way. The forward position is actually really pivotal. You know, in the NBA and men's college basketball, they'll refer to it as a stretch four a lot. But, you know, we've been lucky to have a lot of really good fours. You know, Grace Kenyon was a four for a long time for us, who was really good. And having someone who can do a lot of different things and is smart makes a difference on how smoothly things go. It really is a pivotal point in the chemistry of your team.
Yeah, sort of along those lines. I mean, it seems like you, especially at the perimeter spots, we're sort of leaning on your players a little bit more. I mean, Steffi Diabadora and Callie all played about 30 minutes, and I don't think anybody else on the perimeter had more than 13. Was that sort of a conscious thing, or just something that you felt like you had to do when they were keeping it close?
Yeah, I think it was more of a conscious thing there are older players, there are more experienced players for the most part too. So they need to be out there when it's a close game.
Just what was it like for you to see Steffi shoot it that way? I mean, after she's been, you know, struggled to come back. She had a good game against, I think, Nebraska, double-double, but just the way that she shot it tonight.
No, we know what she's capable of. She's a great shooter. We see it all the time in practice. She's one of our better free throw shooters, 3-point shooters. So we kind of grown accustomed to that. I think anyone on the team is not surprised by it, but it is a good feeling to see that she's finally shooting it better and settling in a little bit more. She definitely wasn't, I would call, settled in and ready those last two games.
Right. I mean, how much does a night like this help her confidence? Do you think?
It should. It should. But you know what's interesting about her, and this is why you love her, is that another reason why you love her is that she's not really, right now, she's probably not even thinking about her own stat line or how well she shot it. I think she's thinking more about how the team did and what do we need to do for the next game. And she's just an incredibly unselfish person. And I think it's a perfect example how things work out for people who are about the team. And I remember I had to talk her into starting her sophomore year. You know, she wanted to come off the bench. Well, actually, I don't even know if she started her sophomore. I don't think we started her until her junior year. But I had to talk her into it because she just was like, no, I do whatever I need to do to help the team win. I like to see the game from the bench and then jump in and be the spark plug. And she didn't have to have the recognition of starting. She was just an incredibly unselfish person. And I think this game should help her confidence, but I think she knows herself too. I think she knows she's a good shooter. She proves it to herself all the time in practice. And I think if she didn't shoot it very well or up to her standard until this point, I think she's thinking it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. It'll eventually click.
Starting Delaney over Ellie is sort of a double take for me because you're usually so consistent with your starters. Just what was the thinking behind that?
Yeah, it's a little bit different this year. We've decided to alternate them. They've both developed and done a great job. They both deserve to play a lot. They're about evenly productive. You know, I thought that Delaney did a great job of making some improvements and some growth this summer. Not that Ellie didn't. Ellie even is gotten better. Ellie was great in the Kansas State game, hitting a couple mid-range shots. But, you know, they both deserve to play a lot and they both deserve to start. And so we're going to alternate them.